What's up, everybody? Only two eyes today. So anyway, today I want to talk about how fucked up it is how we're just being judged by our appearance. For example, you go to a job or whatever, you always got to make sure you have a clean cut. You got to be nice and shaved. You got to be groomed. I say to myself, why does all that stuff matter? We should have every right to look however we want to look. There's people that, let's say, grow their hair out long, real long, and there's a certain job that you have to get a haircut. I say to myself, why does that stuff matter? If the person's doing the job correctly, if the person's getting the job done, why does it matter about his appearance or her appearance, or vice versa, female to male? Why does it matter? They're getting the job done. They're doing, what they're pre and programmed to do. So why ain't that enough? Why ain't that enough? Why do they gotta shave, get a haircut, shit like that? This is where I say it's ridiculous, man. It's like me, I'm a pallbearer actually, so I gotta make sure I have a shaved face, which I actually like keeping it shaved just in general, because I feel when it starts to grow real long, I start to sometimes break out and it itches like crazy. But that's just me. Everyone should have the right to do what they want. Some people like having a mustache, facial hair and shit like that, and that should be fine. That's the thing. The requirements for this job, you need to be shaved, you need to be clean, I can understand being clean, obviously take a shower. But I mean clean, in other words, clean skin and no facial hair or whatever. That I find it's ridiculous. Who cares if we have a mustache, if we have a beard or whatever? Long hair, short hair, no hair. Why does that matter? This is the shit I say, like, it's just bad enough we gotta be forced to do something we don't want to do, but we have no choice. We gotta all make money. And then now, not only that, now we're being told that we gotta shave, we gotta get a haircut in order to do this job. Meanwhile, there's women. The funny thing is, there's women that they get the option to put the hair up in a bun, and sometimes they put a net over it, all depending on what job they're doing. Like if they're dealing with food, for example, or whatever, they put their hair in a bun, which that's understandable. But why can't it be like the same thing for a guy? A guy automatically, no, you got to get a haircut. Why does the woman, have the option to put her hair up in a bun with a net or whatever you call those things over it, and the guy can't do the same thing? Because it's a woman. Women are naturally prone to have long hair, which, yes, women mainly have long hair, but there are some guys that like to have long hair too. So why can't it be the same? Why can't it be the same option? Maybe some jobs it is an option, but there's a lot of jobs where they'll say right away, you got to get a haircut, you got to shave, shit like that. I just find that fucked up, man. It's like you can't do what you want in this world. It just goes to show you truly can't do what you want. There's people that like to get tattoos. And right there, that's like a red flag for a job too, because if you have a whole bunch of tattoos right there, you don't look like you look like I don't know what's the way, how you would say it, but if you have all tattoos, it's not really good for a job. But meanwhile, I find that fucked up. It's discriminating. Who cares? Everyone should have it's their body. If they want to put tattoos all over it, they should have every right to. Me personally, I don't want any tattoos, but I'm not against tattoos. Like, if anyone wants tattoos or has tattoos, so be it, I'm not the one to judge over that, It's like basically same thing as almost as race. It's just, man, I don't know, man. The world we live in is just, it's crazy, bro. Like, I say to myself every day, what the fuck, man? What the actual fuck? I guess because some jobs would think that maybe that person's in a gang because he has a whole bunch of tattoos, which, who knows, but it's not always the case. It just goes to show you have no freedom. Like, you truly can't do what you want to do. You might suffer the consequences in the long run from doing it. Getting tattoos, people like tattoos, but now when you try to go for a job, you might be unfortunate now that not a lot of people are going to look to hire you because now you got all tattoos. That's why some people try to hide, they sometimes wear a certain shirt over it, but Just goes to show you don't live in a world where you could truly do what you want. And if you do, what ends up happening is you suffer the consequences. Now it's hard to get a job because of your appearance. We're all judged by our appearance. We got to look a certain way, because if not, we're already looked at as we're bad news. I said there's plenty of time where there's people that look like weirdos that may not be weirdos, where there's people that look perfectly normal and they might just be weirdos. But automatically, it's like we know just by how somebody looks, we know, well, that person's no good, that person's bad news. Meanwhile, it may or may not be the truth. You can't go by somebody's looks. It doesn't always work that way. Some person could look mad normal, mad chill, and even seem chill and normal and like calm, but you don't know behind closed doors if he could be some serial killer or what, you know? You know, like, for real. And, you know, it's like we already judge people by the way they look, that, oh, he looks like a weirdo, you know. And some people that do look like weirdos are weirdos, but that's not always the case, man. Doesn't always mean that. That's the thing. People always assume that just because he looks that certain way, he's a freak, he's a weirdo, when it's not really the case. He or she could be a nice person, but due to the looks, we already treat them and belittle them that way. We basically put them down in that way. I mean, it's crazy. It's fucking stupid in my opinion, but it's the way the shit is, though. We just live in a world full of judgment. We got to look a certain way to look like a professional. And that's what it all is down to, too. It's money. I can't have you looking like this at work. It'll look bad for my reputation. It'll look bad for my business. Some slob looking like, you know, you look like a slob. He could be doing the job perfectly fine, but due to him looking like a slob, or, you know, a way you don't like him looking because, you know, his hair is not groomed, right away, you're going to give him the hammer, because it all adds up to money and only caring for ourselves. Another way of saying, by you looking this way, I'm getting a bad rap. You know, and that's basically why a lot of times it's like this. They could be a perfectly groomed guy that's doing a horrible job, but sometimes you try to keep him. Well, sometimes you fire him too, but automatically somebody that's doing good but just has long hair, whatever, oh, no, you can't be looking like that. I don't care if you're doing the job good or not. Your appearance is just, it's bad. You're fired. Get out of here, man. Scram. And it's true. You got some people that don't even want to work, which I can understand. But, you know, you got people that don't even do the thing correctly, the job correctly, and they sometimes get a few chances. They get a few times slap on the wrist before they eventually possibly get fired. But right away, you look in a certain way, but you're doing the job fine, let's say, it still don't matter, man. Get out of here. Can't be looking like that, man. I'm getting a bad rap right now. That's what it all comes down to. It's all about this. I'm going to lose money now because now they see how you look. You know, this guy hires a bunch of slobs or rejects or whatever people will come up with, you know. And that's why basically it's the way it is that way. How I look at it as, if a man has really long hair, they should at least put the hair up in a ponytail or in some kind of net or whatever. That I could understand. But being forced to get it cut when the person really doesn't want that, I feel it's fucked up. You know? There's a lot of people that like to grow their hair out. I don't see really anything wrong with that. But jobs do. Jobs want you clean. They don't want no mustache. They don't want no, you know, facial hair. Some jobs, I guess, like some jobs, if let's say you already have a beard, maybe it's all right. But if let's say it's in the process of growing, that's when they'll say shave it. You know? So it's just ridiculous. Then there's jobs that just don't allow it, period. Like, you gotta be shaved. You gotta be groomed. Like, bad enough we're enslaved enough. Now we gotta be told what to do with our appearance. That's crazy. It's like we're literally being told, not literally, we are being told what to do with our appearance. Or else you can't, you know, match the requirements to do this job or just whatever. It's fucking nuts. People think of you, talk about you a certain way just because of the way you look. Oh, he's fat, or he's that, or he's, you know. Just judge. That's all we do. We judge each other. We don't look at what's in here, like I always say. We look on the outside of people, never the inside. The outside's what matters, really. That's what it seems to be. The inside could be so nice, but that outside looks terrible, so fuck what's in the inside. That's the attitude of humanity. Now, with all this being said, I'm not saying every job is like this. There are some jobs that I'm pretty sure that you could have long hair and shit like that they probably will just sometimes ask you just to put it up in a bun, it's understandable. But then you get these certain jobs where you got to be clean. Like with the pallbearer, for example, I got to have literally no facial hair. It starts growing already. Some of them say, oh, you got to shave, you know. First of all, I don't like I like to shave every week or two. I don't like to shave every 2 or 3 days because I feel by doing that, it grows quicker that way. And not only that, I feel like I'll start to break out. I start to get bad acne sometimes. It goes away, comes back. It's just annoying. I always suffer from that. So I don't, like to always shave. Like right now I shaved, I think when was it, like 3 days ago. So I don't want to shave for at least another week. I want it to grow a little before I just, some people already, as it starts to grow, they already shave it. I feel like that's bad. You cause more irritation that way. At least I look at it. That's how I feel with me. I mean, probably everyone else is probably different, but I don't know. But, and all in all, it shouldn't really matter. If you're doing the job correctly, that's all that should fucking matter. Bad enough we got to do that. And now, like I said, we're being told what to do with our appearance. Just to show you what an unfair life we live. You have no true freedom here. You have no truth. You have no free will. You're always being told and being pressured to do something out of your will that you don't want to do. And if you don't do it, then you're going to suffer. That's what they all say. You're going to suffer the consequences. Consequences that we didn't even ask for to begin with. That's the way life is, and that's what everyone always says. That's the way life is, man. Life isn't fair. Deal with it. Which is true. Life isn't fair. Well, not everyone wants to deal with it, though. And if, like people say, people that don't want to play the game, they get belittled, they get put down. Not everyone likes this shit. I don't know how anyone fucking likes this shit. That's the real truth. I don't know how anyone likes this. I understand people doing it because they have no choice. That I absolutely understand. I just don't understand how anyone actually could say they enjoy this. Now, being a pallbearer is not really too bad. I actually like the job because it's, it's pretty quick. It's like an hour, maybe 2 hours max. And I'm very fascinated with death because, believe it or not, when I look at the people in the casket, I say to myself, damn, they're lucky, man. They're lucky. And you want to hear something crazy? When my aunt passed away and we went to the church for the funeral, the priest said straight out, you know who's the luckiest in that room? In the funeral room, in the wake room, whatever you want to call it, the person laying down in the casket. And I'm like, wow, man, I think the same exact thing. The person, and he said straight out, they got no more anxiety, they got no more bills, no more stress, nothing. This is exactly what came out of his mouth. And I'm like, holy shit. It's an awoken priest, man, literally. But in all, it's just common sense. It's just something that you would just seem to know, but it's like people just like in denial or just don't accept it. I don't know. Well, same thing as in denial, I guess you could say, but I kid you not, that's what the priest said. And I was literally like, wow, man. And it's true. It's fucking true. I'm like, he literally just said the words right out of my mouth. Like he literally just took the words right out of my mouth, the priest. The person laying in the casket's the luckiest because they ain't got to worry about nothing anymore. Nothing. At least I would hope not. No more bills, he said straight out. No more bills, no more anxiety, no more stress, illnesses. This is exactly what he said, and it's so friggin' true. It's so friggin' true. All we get out of life is suffering, man. We're always worrying about something. We're always worrying about something. Whatever it might be, it's always something we're worrying about, we're stressing over. Whatever it is, I'm not saying we're all stressing the same thing, but we're all pretty much in the same boat of having stress over something. You can never just truly enjoy yourself, unwind like they say you should, because you always got things to worry about. You always got to worry how you're going to survive, how you're going to keep up with the bills and just life itself. Life is so unpredictable, man. There's so many things that can go wrong anytime. Anytime something could just turn upside down on your life. You could be happy now, which I hope everyone could be happy. We all deserve to be happy, but something down the road or something later on in the day could just change it. You can get into a bad accident. You don't know what could happen. It's just such an unpredictable life. And I agree with that 10,000%, not even 100%, but wrong way. I'm just a person that sees it all. Doesn't mean I'm dark, doesn't mean I'm depressed, doesn't mean I want to just get a noose and hang myself in any way, form. But plus, that way sounds scary, man. I don't want to do it that way. I mean, I don't want to commit suicide, period. I really don't. I really don't want anyone here doing that either. Of course I can't stop people, but I don't recommend it, But it's just, we can never live a life of peace, man. And the peace is only temporarily. Plus, life itself is temporarily. That's one good thing to think about. This is all temporarily, but it feels like it's for eternity, because it just feels like it's just so long. Everything flies by, but death. Like everything just feels like it takes forever, but death. Next thing you know, it'll be July 4th again. Next thing you know, it'll be Christmas again. Like it feels like those type of things just fly. Next month is April Fool's Day. April Fools. Literally. Felt like it was April Fool's night. Like that's what I'm saying. Like everything just feels like it's going so fast. But that one thing, getting to the end of the stage of this shithole, that feels like it's just for eternity. It's fucking wild, man. But yeah, it's nuts, man. We just have no free will here. We're always being told what to do with our life. And it's like it's never enough. We try to better ourselves, which I don't even look at it as, but we're just being literally just puppets to try to please other people by getting a job, let's say. And then now here I am doing this. And they'd be like, well, you don't want to do that job forever. Maybe now try and do that. That's good that you got that job, but try to look into something else. It's like you take one step, but then they want you to take all these steps. It's like it's just never enough for these fucking assholes. That's why sometimes you should say to other people, well, why don't you take a step up? What do you do for a living? Let's say they say they're a teacher. Well, why don't you become a doctor? You're a doctor, now become a lawyer. You're a lawyer, now become a fireman. You get what I'm saying? Like just throw it back at them, just like they're throwing it at you. But like seriously, it's like people are just never satisfied. And why do I got to satisfy people? We should satisfy ourselves. That's what the thing is. We're trying to make other people happy. I always say this, and it's something I always will say, because it's just the cold goddamn truth. We try to please other people instead of pleasing ourselves. It's like we don't matter how we feel. It only matters how we're making others feel. And that's downright fucking a big no-no to me. I can give two shits how anyone else feels. I don't care what people think about me. I don't. Oh, he's this, he's that. Good, whatever. I am who I am. We are who we are. We are who we are. That stupid song. Who sings that? What was that stupid song? I forgot. Kesha, however the hell you say that. But we are who we are. But seriously, we are who we are, man. People don't like it or accept it. The hell with them. I'm trying to give them the fuck you, but I'm holding the camera. But literally, why do I have to please you? I want to please myself. I want to be happy. I want to do something I want to do. I don't want to do something that I can't stand, but you're going to like it, so I'm going to do it just so it's like that's all we do. And that's all we're always going to fucking do. Got to make mommy and daddy proud. Got to make my friends proud. I give two shits. Then you get people that are jealous of you too, because you're doing a certain thing that you might enjoy and they're not in the same boat. All I can say is try to look at something you may want to do. I can understand jealousy to some degree because life's just not fair for everyone. There's happy people, there's people in perfect health, and then you got people that are dying, you got people that are in pain, suffering, and this is where I say life isn't fair. So it's like you can't blame jealousy to some degree, but you shouldn't hate on no one. You shouldn't hate on no one because they're doing better or they're feeling better, even though, that's just never going to be the case. This is why, though, I always say life isn't fair. And there's people that say life is fair or whatever. Well, it may be fair for you, and that's great. That's good for you. Doesn't mean it's fair for everyone, because if it was fair for everyone, we all wouldn't be in this mess. We would all be happy, obviously. But it's just there's so many things that go wrong in our lives. Some things we cause our own problems. So sometimes I look at it as it could be our fault because we cause our own problems, but not everything's our fault. Some things just happen that we can't control. Like cancer, for example. It's just something that unfortunately happens to somebody. Although some people get it from smoking, which is kind of their fault because they got themselves into smoking or drinking or whatever, like, things like that. But there's people that try to take care of themselves, exercise, do that crap, and their body still fails them. That I find screwed up. This is where I say life isn't fair, because people are trying to do the right thing and they're still getting shitted on. So it's like, it's a big circus, man. It really is. It's a circus. If you're looking to wanting to go to the circus, there's no need. You're already there. You're literally already there. The circus is the whole nation, the whole world. We're dumped into the circus. There's no need to actually go to a circus because we're already fucking there. If anything, I want to leave the circus, but that's something I don't know where the exit is for that. That's the problem. Where's that exit to leave the circus? Never mind wanting to go to the circus. We're there already, man. Anyway, I'm going to try to end this video in the circus for now, guys. I love you all, man. Hope everyone's doing good. And I just seen that it hit 9,000 subscribers, man. Truly can't appreciate you all enough, man. This just goes to show you how many people are awoken. And let's put it to this. There's 20,000 people in the world right now that are awoken. It's just didn't come across the channel yet. You know what I mean? But hopefully someday they will. And, and not just me, other people that make these videos too. I hope everyone here gets the love and support that, they deserve, But, anyway, yeah, gonna wrap it up for now, guys. I'm gonna try to find a way out of the circus. Unfortunately, I don't see an exit door. There is an elevator, but the elevator's down, unfortunately. So I guess I'm just trapped in the circus for another couple more well, a lot more decades, unfortunately. Probably at least another 60 years of this hell, but but anyway, and I lost the key to the exit, so what's the hell's the sense? But gotta stop joking now. Gonna cut it for now, guys. Love you all. Peace out, and thank you all, man. Truly love you all. Peace.